Hi everyone and welcome to Tutorial Tuesday. I'm Amy Love and I am doing an altered canvas this week. I just took this little canvas and I covered it with one piece of wide lace, and then I chose this beautiful Howling wolf image and I printed it out on a fabric sheet, and now I'm adding it to the canvas with some batting underneath to give it some dimension. And I just thought this wolf was beautiful. And I have a friend who loves wolves, so I am making this for her. And I hope that she loves it. Honestly, I loved it so much I wanted to keep it for myself, but since I was making it for her, by the time you see this video, she should probably already have it in her hands. We'll see. We'll see. So now I'm just going to add some trims around the image, and most of these trims have come from a friend Julie's store, and she owns Craft Supplies for You. And what's really cool about having friends that are store owners is sometimes you do product swaps. And so we just did actually 2 product swaps in the last couple months, so I use a lot of her trims on here. So you should go check her out. I think it's ksforyou.net. I don't know. I'll leave a link below to her shop though. Really great prices. Love her stuff. Let's see, what are we doing? Oh, more trim, and this is kind of like a gray blue trim. I just thought it was so beautiful and matched the wolf image so well. And I love tiny trims. And that is from Julie's store also. Pretty. Pretty. And I'm using the Fabri-Tac because it's such a thin image that I really would have burnt myself trying to use hot glue on that. And yes, those are Star Wars Band-Aids on my thumbs. Now, this is how I make my dream catchers. And that's basically what I'm doing, is making a basic dream catcher to put onto this canvas. And I know I get out of shot here, and I'm sorry about that. But you have to wrap that really tightly around. And I have really bad arthritis in my hands, so I can't do it all at one time. So I do use clothespins to help hold it for me. And then I don't even tape that whole thing because I have to take so many breaks just because my hands hurt too bad. Too bad to wrap that whole thing at one time. And that's a small one. So I really have a hard time with the big ones. They take me forever to do because you really have to wrap tight around that steel circle to make it look good. And I use Fabri-Tac because it just holds better to the metal. Hot glue wouldn't stay on as well, and I'd be burning myself. So I'm just tying bits on like I would with the other dream catchers that I make, and I'm using some seam binding and some trims and some laces just to tie at the end. And I tie a whole bunch on, but I'm basically just showing you know, basically what I'm doing. I don't tie them all on for you because then the video just takes too long and you get the drift. You tie it on. No big deal. I don't even tie it in a knot. I don't. But I make sure they're nice and tight. I love dream catchers. And I just thought this would look so cool. And I was right, by the way, just saying. So there is the dream catcher, of course, without any middle, but the outside's finished. And I am just going to glue it right on top of this canvas where the wolf image is in the middle. And it's gorgeous. It's gorgeous. Now I do have the rubber tips that you can put over your fingers to help you keep from burning yourself on projects just like this. And for whatever reason, I didn't use them and I burnt myself several times. So yeah, it's not enough just to purchase the tools. You actually have to use them for them to work. So yeah. Honestly, I just don't know where they are right now, because sometimes Jake gets a hold of them and he plays with them. He thinks they're great toys, like great cat toys. So I need to find them and put them back on my desk so I don't have to keep burning myself during projects. It's ridiculous. You'd think after I burnt myself the first time I would have went and looked for it, but I didn't. That did not happen. And I'm just pulling the strings tight before I add the glue down. That's all I'm doing there. I just think it's so pretty. And then I was like, you know, we need some feathers. I didn't want to tie feathers down in the strings like I normally would on a dream catcher. So I just grabbed a strip of marabou feathers and I'm just adding it to the inside. But I'm trying to make sure to glue it really close to the edge because I'm not trying to cover up the wolf. It's a beautiful image and I really want you to be able to see it, and I don't want the feathers to take away from it. So I end up, you know, squishing in the feathers as much as I can so that you can still see that beautiful image. And I will be using my Deco Fun Bow Maker, which I do carry in the shop, and the link to the shop is below. And this thing has been amazing for me because, like I said before, I have arthritis in my hands. My hands hurt all the time, and trying to make a bow is just darn near impossible for me these days. So this has made it possible, and I have been making some bows like a crazy person. And you can see it's so simple and easy to use, and there's tons of tutorials on how to use it. If you know, if you need those, they're there. But I love this. We have just been making bows like crazy since we got these in. Love it. Pretty bows and no hand pain. And that, ooh, I burnt myself right there too. Yeah. I like to cover the back of my canvases. I don't like them just to be all messy and raw. But you could use paper or chipboard or anything you want. Most of the time I do use felt. I just like the way it looks. It's just my preference. But if I don't hurry up and get to Hobby Lobby and buy more felt, that won't be happening because I think this was like the last of my felt I'm using up right here. And just hot gluing it on. And then I found the perfect bling to go in there. It was like a dark, like a gunmetal gray pearl, and with the rhinestones around the outside. I thought it matched perfectly. And then I have this metal plate that has a saying on it that I'm gluing it on with E6000 just because I want to make sure it stays there. And so there it is. I hope that you enjoyed the tutorial and that you like it, and I hope that my friend loves it. And I will see you on the next one. Thanks for watching.